It is week number 13 of the high school football season, and tonight, the Stallions of Columbus DeSales High School and your Chardon Hilltoppers made the trek down to historic Paul Brown Massillon Tiger Stadium for the Ohio High School Athletic Association High School Football Playoffs, the Division III State Championship game. I'm Matt Jaworski, Ryan Radke with me, and Ryan, tonight was a matchup amongst all matchups, a heavyweight between the Toppers and the Stallions, and it certainly lived up to it.
Yeah, lived up to what you would expect a state championship game to be. Had so much fun tonight, lots of back and forth. Great comeback by the Hilltoppers there late in the game.
Folks, we are not able to obviously bring you the game, but what we are doing is going to show you this special. And we're going to have a lot of highlights and a lot of interviews in it, and we hope that you enjoy this as you are able to look back on the special season that was 2020 and your state champion Chardon Hilltoppers.
Dylan came to my house.
We're having stories all week. What do you got?
Okay. So you guys do mulch, right?
Yeah.
So Dylan shows up at our house at about, I don't know, he's probably in 9th grade. And so he's at it, man. He's, Dylan. And so I said, are you new? And he goes, oh yeah, I'm a freshman. I said, all right. I said, what's up? And he goes, we're going to win states when I'm a senior. This is what Dylan tells me. I went back in, I said to him, I said, I don't think he understands what it takes to do that. So Dylan, what do you think, man? I don't want this to be the last time that we come out in November and take a photo, underclassmen. Okay, you get it? Hey guys, let's go. Nice and tall.
Matt Jaworski here with the quarterback's father, Andy Fetchick. And Andy, what's your emotions right now before this contest?
Well, you know, obviously we got to wear these masks. You can't say I haven't stopped smiling for since August. Just the fact that we even got this season in, let alone to get here today. You know, I've been so blessed to be able to work in this school district, and I know how much things like this mean to our community, and it's been incredible, the support, and these kids, being able to see them grow, and I've known most of them since they were 5 or 6, and they know how big this is, not just for them, but for everybody. It's fantastic.
Can you talk about the effort that it's taken for these guys, especially for your son, to be able to stay focused this year with everything going on?
You know, he's got so many great adults around him. You know, Coach Hewitt, Doug Snyder, Bob Francis, all these coaches that have really helped to remind these kids how precious each day is, making good choices, staying healthy, and they've bought in, and they believe, and they know that this is why they're here.
What's it been like in the Fetchick household this week leading up to the game?
Well, you wouldn't be able to tell with the 2 boys in the house. They've been fine, but I've been a nervous wreck. I haven't slept in 3 days, but it's been awesome, and I'm just so excited for them and happy for the team.
It's a once-in-a-lifetime experience, and I imagine that the focus, the energy that they're going to be bringing tonight is something that we haven't seen all year.
I can't imagine what it's going to be like in that locker room 5 minutes before the game with Coach Hewitt's pregame speech. It'll be incredible.
You have to be just so proud of your son and the whole team.
Oh, absolutely. These kids, it's such a great group of kids, and you've had a chance to talk to them. They're just humble, and they're appreciative of the moment.
Andy, thank you so much. Wish everybody, of course, the best of luck tonight.
Absolutely, and happy Thanksgiving.
We're here with Doug Snyder. And Doug, first off, this season has been just absolutely crazy. How have you dealt with everything?
Well, we learned pretty early on that you just have to be flexible and roll with it, because if you don't, it'll make you crazy. So once you kind of give up control and just realize you have to do what you have to do to have a season, then things just kind of fall into place.
You've been around Chardon a number of years. You've coached here. What's so special about this team that separates them from other teams that have come through here?
That's a great question. This senior class is talented. They're a very high character. They're motivated. There's great leaders on the team. And I think most of all, they are super coachable. They want to learn. They ask questions. They're students of the game. And when you can put that whole combination of characteristics together, nights like this can happen.
How fun has this trip been for the community this year?
It's been unbelievable. You know, we were behind the buses today going out of town, and my son was with me, and we're just looking around. It was amazing to see the look on people's faces. Everybody was smiling. We literally saw some people shedding tears of joy, and the looks on people's faces and the happiness in their eyes was something I'll always remember.
What about for the student body? This obviously has been a difficult year for them. How have they reacted during this run?
Well, if there's one regret for this school year, that's it. You know, our Chardon Crazies have been a landmark in Northeast Ohio as far as student sections go, and they've really missed this whole season. So one of the things that I'm going to regret looking back on it is that there was just no way for us to be able to open the games to students, and that's just one of the casualties of COVID, I guess. But it's something that I think about a lot, and it bothers me, and I wish there were something that we could do. So, you know, Topper Nation, we think about you all the time. Thank goodness for GTV and you and Dave. The live stream has helped, but you know there's a little hole in my heart for that this year.
You guys, though, from a teaching standpoint, from a school perspective, have done so much to keep these kids safe, especially as the playoffs have progressed. Can you talk about that effort?
Yeah, you know, it's first of all, I think a lot of the credit goes to the kids, because they've bought in for the most part. They've worn masks. They've distanced as much as possible. They've sanitized, and they've bought into the plan. You know, it's been an ongoing challenge. I will say, you know, the rules have changed a lot, and we just try to take the latest information we have with the guidelines and do the best that we can to put them into place, and more importantly, to communicate what those guidelines are.
How fun is this game going to be for you? Is it going to be more fun or nerve-wracking as it goes on?
That's a great question also. Right now it's nerve-wracking. I woke up this morning and my stomach was in knots, and I'm somebody who, once the game starts, normally I can kick back and enjoy it, but I want this for our kids so badly. I want this for our coaches so badly. I want this for our parents so badly. So I think tonight, although it's fun, don't get me wrong, but it's nerve-wracking for sure.
I got to ask, because we obviously have a stellar defense here in Chardon. Is this one of the best defenses that you've ever seen?
It's the best defense I've ever seen at Chardon for sure. And we have some Chardon football historians on our coaching staff, and they've said to me and they've said to the team that this is the best defense that we've had in Chardon football history. So experts on Chardon football, far greater than I, have said that. So I would say yes.
Of course, I can't forget about the offense. Those boys up front have just done a tremendous job this year opening up holes for James and for Drew and for everybody else.
Yeah, it's our offense, I think, is underrated because we put points up, we move the ball. We probably throw a little bit more than people realize we do. We have a lot of different weapons, and they're a force to be reckoned with also.
Doug, I hope that when this is all said and done that we can party like it's 1994 again.
Amen, brother. Let's go, Toppers.
Thanks, Doug.
All right, Doug Murray, how you doing? Great, exciting night, right?
Excellent night. Beautiful stadium, best fans in the land, best band in the land, best team in the land right here at Chardon High School.
I got to ask you, this morning when you woke up, what were your feelings?
Confident because being a part of Chardon, the culture, the climate that those coaches put together allows them to focus on those things and not focus above any other thing. If they go through the routines, excellent things are going to happen with these guys. So I felt comfortable waking up this morning. I blew my leaves. I just did a regular day. Got in the car and came down with my family, and I remember coming back here in 94 with Scott Neal in my graduating class, and you can't imagine this being a high school stadium, and it's absolutely gorgeous, and you got to come back. And this, when they moved it, best thing ever.
Now, when you talk about, the kids this year, all the challenges with COVID-19 and the coaching staff, they dealt with that. You guys are here now, managed to avoid that. What does that say about the work that the kids and the coaches put in this year, extra besides football?
Yeah, when I sat down with Coach Hewitt in July and we didn't know exactly what was going to go on with OHSAA and our school, and working with Tom Quaid, our health director, has been extraordinary with Chardon schools, all schools, and working with our superintendent and our board and doing the right things in the building, and they were doing the things outside of the building, allowed us to have this opportunity today. Really exciting.
Now, obviously an exciting thing for a school community, be here, state championship game today. What do you hope is maybe the message that this team could bring to the rest of the school building tonight?
They already did. Our core values established community as our top priority, and what they did the last 2 weeks to bring our community together when they couldn't buy a ticket and they could just put a sign in their yard, go out in the square and paint the buildings. They brought our community back together during a COVID-19 time where it's hard to be together. So that's what they've already done, and I couldn't be any more proud than these boys for that.
And so do you have a message then for all the members of the Chardon community not able to be here today?
One, I hope they're watching this on Spectrum, and I hope they see the highlights from GTV and myself, and know that they're loved, know that they are going to be watching this like they're watching the Browns play in the Super Bowl when they're in their living room going crazy. And tonight is our night, and the Topper's going to come up on top.
Well, thanks so much. Hopefully you feel like you did back in 1994 again tonight.
Yes, thank you very much.
All right, this is Scott Neal. He was the quarterback for the Chardon Hilltoppers back in their last state championship game in 1994. On this field, Scott's got to feel great to be back.
Yeah, it's good to be back. I haven't been back here since we played here, and it's a great place to play. Just excited for the kids, and Hopefully they can pull it out.
When you walk in the stadium, did you have those memories coming back from 1994 all over again?
I did. I got a little bit, my hands are kind of clammy, and I got a little bit excited. It was fun to be back. It's good to be back.
What do you remember about that game on this field 26 years ago?
I remember not wanting to leave. After the game, we were laying in the middle of the field, and they finally came out and said, "Hey, the bus is leaving. You guys, we got to get on the bus that's leaving." And we just didn't want it to end. We just laid around and we didn't want it to end.
As a member of Hilltopper Nation, this morning when you woke up and you knew that this was going on, what were your feelings? What was going on in your head?
I've just been anxious. I was never anxious as a player, but I've been anxious as a fan and anxious for these kids in the program and everything else. I've just been anxious all day.
Now, have you gotten a chance to talk to some of the players and maybe relay a message or some wisdom from your time in this game?
I did. I got to talk to the team a little bit on Thursday, and I talked to Drew a little bit. I was able to talk to him a little bit, and I just told him, just take it in. Just take it in, enjoy it. It's a great game. It's a great place to play, and it's a lot of fun.
Now, outside of the work on the field, these players have had so much expected them off the field with the pandemic. Could you imagine going through something like this when you were a player?
No, and I told them, I said, you guys should be commended for all the things that you did just to do the right thing and stay healthy and keep yourself able to play every week. I told them they should be commended for that. So.
Well, that's excellent. Hopefully you feel like you felt back in 1994 here at the end of the night, right?
I hope so. I'm hoping for these guys. I really am. We're excited for them, and everybody's pulling for them, so I hope so.
Thanks so much. Have fun, Scott.
Appreciate it. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Number 5, finish the mission. Let's go! Go, Brandon! Let's go, let's go, let's go!
Nobody I'd rather go to war with than you dogs out here.
Hell yeah! Hell no! Hell no! Let's go!
Let's kill them. We finna make our own legacy. Alright? You go play by play. You go hit them hard. You can make a name for Chardon.
Hell yeah.
Let's do it again. Go. Remember when we started? We started with Mysek making us run gassers every single day at practice. Yeah.
32
That's what we're at now. We're at the state championship. Yeah. Let's do it. We didn't come this far to go empty-handed.
Hey, brotherhood over ball. Let's go.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Take a knee, fellas. Take a knee. Killing me. I don't do this often, but I was scrolling through my phone and I got like 5,000 pictures. And there was a few that caught my eye. But let me tell you something, fellas. My faith in you tonight is as strong as it's ever been, right? My hope in what is to be in 48 minutes is unwavering. And my love for you is agape, fellas. No matter what happens on this field, my love for you will never change, man. Now let me go through these pictures. I was going through this, man, and this was our first winter conditioning. This was it, man. No one texted, no one called, no one tweeted, none of it. No media was there. This was just dudes working out. And then one that I will hold in my basement for the rest of my life, and I know it doesn't include everyone, was this one, man. I got a call from the cops this morning because a bunch of dudes, 25 dudes, were out spilling it at 6 a.m. when there was no guarantee of a season. There was none of it, man. And tonight, you're playing for a title, and no one's surprised in this room.
There's 75 guys here, not surprised. Now, let me tell you this, fellas. I asked these guys before the game, I go, do you guys take a bus or is that like a COVID thing? They go, Coach, we just like to come separate. We like to come separate to football games. There is something. You ever fill out an application to be a Hilltopper? They fill out applications over there. The greatest militaries in the world are raised in the same villages, in the same cities, holding each other accountable. They're not bought. They're not mercenaries. Let's go see it! Let's get it! Are you ready?
get in there for a picture.
Let's go over here. Go ahead, Frank. Boys, don't let the teams hold you back. Listen. Never quit, never quit, never quit. And you did. And you came out ahead. Hey, I told you today, 4-quarter war, right? Well, it was a little longer than 4 quarters, but I'll take it. Hey, I love you. I care about you. From this day forward, you know where to find me, right? Love you.
Offensive line, hey, I told you it was going to be a fight, right? You did the same thing all season long. You shot your hands, you played violently. That's what happens. You're state champion!
Fellas. Oh, you want to say it out loud again? Yeah. You were a little nervous yesterday. Say it out loud. What are we again? What are we again?
I woke up this morning and there's a Bible verse that says, "In everything give thanks, for this is the will of God in Christ Jesus concerning you." And it's being thankful it's a habit, it's a practice, it doesn't come naturally. But I just woke up this morning being thankful and grateful, and anybody who doesn't think, we got a little help from above tonight.
Amen, Coach.
Great
Amen.
Job,
hey, I like the fact our trophy has blood on it. So that's a good sign. Hey, we talked about faith, hope, and love as being the foundations of your life, right? Like this is a huge moment in your life. You'll have it for the rest of your life, but it won't define you, right? And things will come and go, right? And I would say the same speech had we lost or won, man. But I am so proud of you. Our faith in this team, right? The hope, right, of what was going to... I've never been more calm in an entire football game in my life. I've never been more calm.
That's
ever.
true. That's a fact.
I knew faith, hope, and love. And the greatest of them all, right, is love. And there's love in this huddle, man. There's love right here. It's a brotherhood. You awaken the graveyard, right? All week long, you have friends, calling friends they hadn't talked to in 10 years to talk about Hilltop, to talk about Chardon. You got a community, and you can take this back home. Yeah! Wow. No. I got to change. Hey, fellas, hey, Drew Fetchick. Yeah. Hey, Drew, go! 249 passing yards. It's gotta be a Hilltop playoff record. That's a season. That's a season record for passing yards. Tag, where are you at, babe?
I'm just thankful to be here. Thank everyone for welcoming me here.
Yeah, we're glad you're here too. I'm glad we harass you for years to come out. Blake, you glad you played football? You glad? We never will. Klosky? Yes, sir. Drew, break him down. Yeah!
Don, talk about this game and what it took to become champs.
Oh, man, it was incredible. You know, we had 2 touchdowns called back. We had the kick return called back, and then we had the hook and ladder, which Coach Hewitt insisted that we put that play in this week. I didn't want to do it because it takes practice time to put it in. Then we executed perfectly, and apparently Brady's knee must have been on the ground before he pitched. But I just love these guys. I'm grateful. I'm grateful to be able to be coaching, grateful to be able to calling plays, and I don't know what else to say other than I'm grateful.
You've been around a lot of Hilltopper football teams. How special is this squad?
Oh, I think defensively, I think this team's really, really good. Now that's a great football team we just beat. The Columbus coaches were telling us that this was the best DeSales defense ever. I mean, these are guys that, like the Bishop Hartley coach, the Alter coach. Bishop Hartley plays these guys 2-3 times this year. They play them every year, and they were saying it's the best DeSales defense ever. And for us to score 31 is I would not have guessed that the score was going to be 31-28.
Your QB threw for nearly 250 yards.
It's unbelievable. Air Hewitt. I mean, we were trick plays. We were everything we could think of. We were bringing out. They really did a great job on James, stopping the jet, stopping our best play. It's our best play. Nobody stopped it all year, and they took it away from us. The great thing is, at 28-14 in the fourth quarter, I think probably a lot of people thought it was over, but it wasn't.
You guys hung in there. These fans of yours, I mean,
oh, tremendous. Yeah, they're tremendous, tremendous people. How about Blake Barker, man? Coach Landy stole him from me at the beginning of the year. Put him on defense. All right. Thank you. Yeah.
All right, Blake Barker, great game today. Couple touchdowns. How's it feel, state champion?
It's surreal. It hasn't really even hit me yet. It's just crazy.
I heard Coach ask you in that huddle, are you glad you played football this year?
100%. It's been one of the best moments of my life just being on this team.
How much does it feel to get through all the adversity of this season, now get to go back to Chardon and tell everyone we won the state title?
Oh, it's amazing. I mean, we said in the beginning of the season, if any team was to go through and win the state championship, it was us. And it came true, and it's amazing to see.
Well, Blake, go celebrate with your teammates. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So take us through this game. You got bottled up a lot tonight, but you still were able to make some big plays.
Yeah, we knew going in this game that I was going to be a big threat, and we knew that they're going to do similar to Mayfield, how they would bring a man off the edge and have their linebacker flow every time I went in motion, and that made it hard for me to make a cut up, hard for me to get vision, but end of the day we took the dub, and it's more than just one player out there, having fun, and that's what it's about.
How great was it that you had some guys step up? I mean, Evan Ash,
yeah.
the touchdown, Carr had a great game.
Going into the locker room, we knew that wherever Evan was, 21 was going, so we flopped that, and I would make it so I would block for Evan, he would run jet, because they were keen on me. 21 was on the opposite side of me every time, so we just keyed on him, and we flopped with me, and there's some dudes out there, man, and I'm very proud of Evan Ash and Sean Carr in the front line.
You guys, from a team standpoint, were down 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
You didn't give up. What were you guys talking about when that was going on?
We just knew that we knew it was going to be a fourth quarter fight, and we just kept chipping away, and we saw 28 getting slower, getting up, and we knew that if we just keep going at him, and we're going to come on top, and it's about heart, and we got a community behind us that it was crazy today, and I'm very blessed.
Salka had that pick. It looked like you guys might have a chance, but it just didn't work out on that drive.
No, that was heartbreaking a little bit, but we came back out and ended up going down on the throat and scored and went to OT, and it was crazy.
What does it feel like, state champs?
It just feels amazing. It's speechless, It's just that little butterfly in your stomach, and being a senior, this is what you dreamed of for your whole life, and for it to finally happen, it's a blessing.
All year long, the defense led you guys. Tonight, it was the offense that really helped bring this team back.
Yeah, we knew our defense they did an amazing job today. Even though they scored 28 points, it's still I give them thumbs up. That was amazing. But our offense, we knew after halftime, we knew that we needed to step it up a little bit more and get some points on the board since we were down.
You're remiss without asking you about this senior class, this senior group. You guys got to be close.
Yeah, our senior, these are boys that if I'm in any trouble, I'll call all of them, and they'll all be there for me. That's what we built that relationship since we were youth football, and I feel blessed having them as my boys.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, here we are with Tagger, game-winning kick today. How does it feel to get out there and get that done?
It just feels awesome. I'm so happy that everyone played like a team. And we all it was a group effort, and I just thank everybody. And I'm gonna say it was pretty nerve-wracking, but it was a great kick. And I I thank my holder and my snapper for giving me a great snap and hold, and it was a good feeling.
I was going to say, what was your mindset going out there? You had the nerves when you went out there?
Maybe a little, but my coach always says keep everything out of your mind, and take a deep breath, clench your fist, and just focus on the kick in front of you.
Excited to get back to Chardon and let everyone know you're champions?
Oh yeah, it's going to be great.
Well, congratulations. Go celebrate. Thank you.
Thank you.
We showed it tonight. This has got to exercise a few ghosts for you. Yeah, I would have loved it if that hook and ladder would have counted, because that was I woke up probably Monday at like 2 a.m. and I told him, I said, we got to put in a hook and ladder, and we got to do it. And yeah, like we had 2 touchdowns called back. We had a kickoff return called back. We had a hook and I mean, it's amazing. What a game! What a game!
You said instant classic.
I mean, I'm biased, but that's a pretty remarkable game in the biggest stage, and I'm glad that our community for a few hours got to put away, you know, all the things that have gone on over the last 9 months.
You said earlier that the team that wins this is going to be the most resilient. I mean, you showed that tonight that you guys are that.
Yeah, it's a special group. I wish I had more words. It's a special group.
Mitch, this is kind of the first time that you guys have really faced adversity tonight. How proud are you of your guys to battle back from that 14-point deficit?
Well, and it's one of those deals that's what they were saying in the locker room, is that this is the first time we've faced adversity. We've faced adversity for the last 9 months. We've been shut in our rooms. We've been denied the school. We've been denied friendships. Families have been broken apart. People have lost their lives. People have been sick. This is a football game. That's what I told them. We're used to adversity.
You guys in this game came out with an offense that we haven't really seen Chardon do and throwing the football the way it did. But Drew Fetchick tonight, what a game he had.
Yeah, MVP. I mean, we knew going in this year that we were going to have to do some things in order to win the whole thing other than jet and ISO. And Coach Navs and Coach Hall, they put together the scheme, and you got a kid like Drew Fetchick and all the other weapons, Blake Barker. I think a lot of people thought that if James got shut down, we didn't have a chance. And tonight we just plugged in other people and they made plays.
You guys, from a defensive standpoint, gave up some yards to their running back, but when push came to shove, you guys made the big stops.
Yeah, I mean that's a really good football team over there, and they got a really good, talented running back who's going to go play Division I football, and yeah.
How proud are you of your assistant coaches and the job that they did?
They don't get enough credit. I get too much credit, and they don't get enough. We're just, you know, they deserve all the praise and credit in the world.
Drew Fetchick, how's it feel? State champs.
Yes, sir. Doesn't feel real. Does not feel real.
You guys this year have been through so much, and then this game, just so many ups and downs. I mean, how are you able to keep it in check?
You know, I just told my guys we got to stay level. You know, like last year in the Aurora game, we lost. We went too high after we got up big, and we were down. So I told my guys not to get too low and just stay level. And it paid off in the end, obviously, state champions.
You had perhaps the greatest game a Chardon quarterback has ever had through the air tonight, nearly 250 yards. What does that say about this offense?
You know, it's not so much about me, it's just about the coaches. You know, I remember Coach Hewitt said, you know, we can be 85% of the teams doing what we do, running the ball. But it's the 15% that we have to beat through the air. And this is obviously, that team is a great team, and we beat them through the air and state champions.
Your offensive line tonight had a little bit of trouble, but when you needed time, they were able to buy you time.
Yeah, you know, I told my guys, like, going into pass play, you know, I need 2 seconds, 3 seconds. That's all I need. Just give me that time. And I knew they would sell out for me, and they did it, and it paid off.
Petty John was bottled up a lot, but you had some help. Carr and Ash both had some nice games tonight.
Yeah, you know, I obviously they would be Key and James. I knew that, and I knew Sean and Evan. They wouldn't back down. I wasn't backing down, and I knew they would sell for me, so I sold for them, and I'm so proud of them.
You guys had a wrinkle tonight. The hook and ladder play, obviously dating back to 1998 to Chardon. You know, a little bit of issues with that, but Mitch said that it was put in the playbook this week. How tough was that to practice?
You know, it was funny because I remember repping it, and it was like I was staring right in the sun, and I missed Brady a couple times running it, and I knew in the game I knew it would work because I knew they were off, and it didn't work, but it somewhat did. But you know, it's just a great job by my guys.
Talk about the work that it took for you guys to be here all year long, because it was an effort. The coaches, you guys, your parents, everybody else to put you guys in position to be here.
You know, there was no guarantee of this season, and from the workouts at like certain fields, you know, during quarantine, getting kicked off by the cops, you know, from the 6 a.m.s like with my guys, it all paid off in the end, and we all worked for it, and we did it.
And about the senior class, you guys are a tight group. What does the senior class mean to you?
You know, they're my best friends in the whole world. I love them all to death, and I'm just speechless. I'm speechless to go out like this, and you know, what a way to end it.
Drew, congratulations. Enjoy it. You've earned it.
Thank you, sir.
Here I am with Evan Ash, scored that game-tying touchdown. Now, your dad had a couple in the state championship game back then. What does it mean to your family?
You know, it's incredible for my family. You know, not only for them, but like they're basically reliving this whole thing. Like they play at the same stadium. They ended up winning. Me and my dad have matching rings now. It's incredible. I can't describe it.
Did that add some extra excitement for you guys when you heard they moved it to this stadium?
It certainly did, because I felt like the stars were kind of aligning more, you know, for me and my team, because his class had a very close group of seniors. And I could say the same thing about my 2020 class of seniors. You know, we've been best friends since second grade. We've talked about winning states for 11, 12 years now, and now that it's finally here, it's so surreal. It's incredible.
What was the mindset going into that fourth quarter down 2 scores on the sideline?
Basically, at that point, everyone's hurting, so you just got to win collisions. You just got to keep fighting. You know, you got to keep going round after round after round, and then eventually they're just going to crack, and that's what they did.
Excited to get back to Chardon, let everyone know you're state champions?
More than ever, sir. More than ever.
All right, we'll go celebrate with your teammates. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you, too.
I'm going to chat with you real quick here. Last time I spoke with you was, I think, the Brush game, or when you had that big,
yes, sir.
Big game. But tonight, you had a huge catch in this game in the second half. Talk about that play.
Overall, I heard the play call in the huddle, and I was like, usually it doesn't get thrown to me, so I was happy it did. I was nervous that I was going to drop it, but caught it, and I came through.
You guys, from an offensive standpoint, were playing the toughest defense you faced this year, but were able to overcome a lot tonight, including a 2-touchdown deficit. What did that take for you guys to overcome that deficit?
A lot of motivation, a lot of staying with it, not getting too high, not getting too low. Got to give huge props to the offensive line, Drew for staying calm during halftime and not going off on each other in the locker room. And it was just, overall, it was great. And it was just, you got to stay calm.
You guys went into overtime, and Trey blocked that field goal. What was going through your mind at that point?
I saw him block it, and I was going insane. And then I realized we just got to score again, so just had to get back out there and get back in that mindset.
So you guys are able to get some points on the board, the field goal by Nathan, and then all of a sudden they're going to kick in the field goal. What was going through your mind at that point?
I just got thrown in the game because of my linebacker Christian Hall got hurt, or he went down with his hip or something, and I was like, I don't know, I just learned what I had to do, and I was just praying to God that it didn't go in. So
it didn't. What's it feel like to be state champs?
It feels great. It feels great to bring this home to the city. All praise to God and the offensive line and everybody on this team. I love them all.
Congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
All right. So here on GTV, Salka, big interception late in that game, injured 2 weeks ago. How did it feel to be able to get back out there and help your team?
It felt great. Missing last week was one of the worst things ever for me. I'm a super competitive guy, and being on the sideline is just sucks. It just sucks. But it was good to get back and help the team with a 31-28 win.
On that,
champions, baby.
On that late interception, what was the situation? How'd you get in the right spot?
Actually, during quarantine, me and 2 of my friends would go to West G's field, and we did this drill, and it was exactly how I spun around. And so that drill during quarantine correlated in the game. I just did the drill and gambled on it and got it.
That's awesome. How'd you guys keep it together down 2 scores late in that game?
We just kept our heads straight and kept telling each other, we're gonna win this game. We're gonna win this game. We just kept faith.
Excited to get back to Chardon and let everyone know you're champions?
I'm super excited. We did it for the city, baby.
We'll go celebrate. Thank you. Have a good one.
Thank you.
State champs, congratulations, man. How's it feel?
Feels unbelievable. I mean, we've been working our whole lives since kindergarten for this moment. It almost doesn't feel real, but we did it, so.
You guys had a lot to deal with tonight from an offensive standpoint. Defense very tough. What were they throwing at you?
They were blitzing every gap. They were coming really hard off the edge. They stopped our jet really well. It was hard for Petty John to get going, and when you stop the jet, it's hard for us to get anywhere. But I mean, in the end, it all came through, right? So.
Drew was saying that whenever he needed 2-3 seconds, you guys were able to give him that. How important was it to give him that time?
Oh yeah, I mean, arguably our O-line's the most important position in the field. Like if you don't have time, you get sacked. So, I mean, we played our hearts out. It was a great game for us.
You guys tonight did something that no Chardon team has done in the playoffs, throwing for almost 250 yards. It's a credit to the offensive line. It's a credit to the offense. Credit to your guys' coaches as well. How much have the coaches coached you guys up this week against DeSales?
This whole year we've been emphasizing that our passing game and running game has to be there, and especially this week we've put in a lot of plays, such as the hook and ladder that we ran that ended up not working because of the knee. But yeah, we've been emphasizing the pass this whole year, and it ended up working out in the state game.
You guys had a chance to win it in the first overtime, couldn't do it. Second overtime comes around. Nathan's on the field to attempt that field goal. What's going through your mind at that point?
Oh man, we were all on our knees. We were all holding hands. We were just praying to God that, man, it would go in. But I mean, everything happens for a reason. We end up winning anyways.
So Nathan makes that field goal in the second overtime.
Yeah.
Now defense is on the field. They get the stop, and their kicker comes.
Oh yeah.
out. What's going through your mind then? As that
Same thing. I mean, it's so nerve-wracking. Just because it's up to them, and it's kind of up to us, but it's mainly up to the kicker. And I mean, I feel for him though, because it's a tough miss. But I mean, it felt great.
Congratulations, undefeated, conference champion, state champion. Enjoy tonight.
Thank you. Thank you.
Congratulations to state champions. How does it feel?
Feels great. I mean, this has been our dream since we're in C's football, which is like first grade, second grade. That's awesome.
So you go out there, you're in the fourth quarter, your team's down 2 scores. What's the rallying cry? How do you stick together?
I mean, it's a brotherhood we have. Like we said it all week. We grew up with each other ever since kindergarten. I mean, we love each other. We're not gonna let each other down.
And so you guys get there, initially you think you have a touchdown on the hook and ladder play, it gets reversed, but you guys came right back, scored right away. Was that really a rallying moment for the team?
That definitely was. I mean, we didn't let our heads down when they got reversed. We kept going. We knew there were 6 minutes, and we scored 21 minutes in like 4 minutes one time, so that's possible.
Double overtime, after the first overtime, both teams get a field goal blocked. What's going through your minds on the sideline as you're waiting for that field goal to go through?
I mean, it's stressful. I mean, I was watching and we get blocked. We get a block, they get a block. We miss a field goal. It's crazy. I mean, thank God we made the last one. They missed it. It's the most incredible moment of my life.
Excited to get back to town, let everyone know?
Oh yeah, it's gonna be awesome getting back. There's gonna be people sitting on the square cheering for us. I can't wait.
Well, thank you so much. Have fun.
I appreciate it.
Dude, state champs, what's it feel like?
It's crazy. I mean, it's great to bring one back to the city. It's been like 26 years. It's a great feeling for us, and we just kept fighting. We knew we just stayed level the whole game. We didn't worry much, and the outcome was good.
You've been one of the workhorses on this team from day one, playing both offense and defense. Can you talk about the effort that you've had to put in?
Yeah, well, basically, it's not just me. I mean, yes, it looks good, but it's all my teammates around me just pushing me, always working me. It goes both ways, though. We're always pushing each other, and just all the 6 a.m.s, all those workouts, that's why we had the outcome we had tonight. So
this team is special. Why?
I think we're so special just because how tight we are. I mean, since freshman year, I think we've only lost maybe 1 or 2 kids from our team, and we've just been a special bond. And then Coach has been preaching all week. We've had a brotherhood, and those teams, the players on the other team, might have not had a brotherhood as well with us, but that's why we're special. We're just close. We're close knit.
You guys benefited this year from a couple guys who hadn't been playing football coming back. How key was it to get those guys?
Oh, Blake Barker. I mean, I'm so happy he played football. He had the game of his life. I mean, him, Matt Kolaski at left tackle. I mean, it's huge for them to come. I mean, we're really, really happy that they're here.
You guys from an offensive or defensive standpoint, beg your pardon, had a little bit of issue containing their running back, but yeah, when you needed to to make stops, especially late in the game, you're able to seem to make.
Yeah, I mean, that comes with just practice, just doing the little things right. And over time, we know we'll wear down their good players, and then eventually wear them down to enough to where we'll be able to stop them like we did. So.
Talk about the job the coaching staff has done. I think it gets overlooked a lot.
Oh, the coaches are amazing. I mean, they push us so hard in practice. They come up with the perfect scheme every week, new week. They're watching tons of film. They're pushing us harder and harder every week. I mean, this goes a lot of credit to them for this. I mean,
what's it going to be like riding the buses back home to Chardon tonight?
It's going to be crazy. I mean, I just can't wait to see the city. It's nice to be able to unite us. And during a crazy year like this, I mean, you never know what's going to happen, but we're so happy we got this outcome because it's really nice.
You guys throughout the season have been very businesslike, but the late stage of the playoffs, we're starting to see some smiles from you guys, some celebrations. How does it feel like now to know everything, all that hard work has paid off?
I mean, we've been being told just take it in. It's special. It doesn't happen everywhere, and just once we leave, you don't get something like this usually. So we've been trying to smile, take it in, and now that it's all come together, I mean, it's like surreal. It's crazy. I mean, it's awesome. We're happy. Thank you. Thank you.
All right, well, you had the big field goal block in that overtime. What was going through your mind at that moment? What happened?
Well, I mean, we always preach. I mean, Coach Francis, who's the field goal block coach, he's my neighbor. So, I mean, you might think there's a little extra there, but no. So I just knew their snap count from the first few field goals that they were kicking. And so I just knew when I was shot off like a cannon, I just laid it all out there. I mean, that's what they tell me. Get down there and just lay it all out.
What was the mindset of the team in that fourth quarter down 2 scores?
I mean, this whole season's been adversity. You know what I mean? Like, we didn't even know if we were going to play, and here we are at the state championship. It's just crazy. So we just knew not to get too high, not to get too low, and so just stay flat, and that's what we did, and we just pulled out the win thanks to great senior leadership by Drew Fetchick especially.
Excited to get back to town, let everyone know you're the champs?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm surprised it hasn't happened already.
Well, go have fun with your teammates. Thanks so much.
Thank you, thank you.
Talk about the effort that you guys had to put in this week.
Well, you know, you turn the film on, and I wasn't going to tell anybody this, but I thought that was, football is a game of matchups. I thought that was a tough matchup for us. We've been beating people with our athleticism up front, and that offensive line was very athletic. So it was going to be tough. And not only that, but they were physical. So it was kind of it was like they negated what we were best at with their personnel, and then you add that big physical running back, and that kid, has excellent vision. And then, you stack the box too much and you see what happens with them chucking it out there to number 1. So it was a tough matchup for us, and I'll tell you what, our kids, I mean, I don't have words for what these kids pulled off tonight. It was just unbelievable.
When you guys needed to make stops tonight, it seems that they were able to get those stops.
Yeah, and that's a tough position that DeSales was in too, because their playbook kind of shrinks, I think, when you have a 14-point lead with whatever it was, 7-8 minutes left. So you don't want to take risks if you're them and start throwing the ball and stopping the clock. So we kind of were able to tee off on the run game in the later stages there, and then once the momentum swung, then we had the momentum.
Mitch has talked about this defense throughout the year, especially the linebackers. Is this one of the best defenses you've ever coached?
It's the best defense I've ever coached. Yeah, it's just I mean, there's not much else I could say about it. The players, the commitment, the coaching staff. I mean, the position coaches on this team are incredible. So, yeah, top to bottom, it's the best defense we've had. And that's not taking anything away from some of those other defenses, like the 2016 defense was excellent too. But this one's just, they take the cake.
I've never asked this to Mitch or any other coaches, but I think it gets overlooked a little bit. You guys as a coaching staff are a very close unit as well.
Yeah.
How important is that?
I think it's Coach Hewitt talks about it all the time. You're willing to do things for people that you have relationships with, or somebody that you would call family. You're willing to sacrifice for people like that more than you are people you don't really care about and don't have relationships with. So yeah, it's important. We've been together a long time, and when it gets chaotic and it starts hitting the fan, we're able to communicate with each other. It's not we kind of know what each other are saying. So
when did you guys, the coaching staff, know that this team was special and could potentially make a run at the state?
Well, when our season ended last year against Aurora, I knew how many kids we had coming back. Once we got into the summer and added a couple guys, Blake Barker, there was like a couple missing pieces, and once those guys came on board, I thought we're going to be hard to beat. I said, whoever beats us, I don't know if we'll go undefeated and win the whole thing, but whoever beats us is going to have to earn it.
Well, state champions, how does it feel?
Surreal. I don't know. I don't know. I can't put it into words. It's surreal. It's just amazing. I'm grateful, humbled, and really appreciative of the whole experience.
Coach, thank you so much. Congratulations.
Thank you.
What a game it was. It came down to some defense and kicking, but Chardon, instead of calling you Topper Town for the next year, we get to call you Title Town.
Yeah, it was an incredible game. Great effort by the guys to dig deep in that fourth quarter, get those 2 scores, and then, gut through it in overtime, get the game-winning field goal, and get back to Chardon as champions.
Congratulations to the entire staff, to the players. It's been a heck of a year, and remember this one for all time, Chardon. Undefeated 2020 Division III state champions. I'm Matt Jaworski. This is Ryan Ragland on behalf of the entire GTV crew. We thank you.